Soyez savoir, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, coronavirus symptoms difficult to detect. DPP sanctions charges against former FHL executive. And immigration system to undergo comprehensive upgrade.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Deva Lendua.
Difficulty in identifying people with the inactive form of the 2019 coronavirus is not the only cause of worry for the Fiji Medical Association. Differentiating the symptoms from the normal flu is another concern. Association President Dr. Basharat Munshi says it's almost impossible to differentiate the symptoms of the coronavirus from the normal flu in Fiji. He adds, at this stage, the best way of dealing with the virus is for patients to provide the history of their recent travel.
Very difficult and probably almost impossible. The only thing that might differentiate is a history of contact with someone with possible coronavirus. So difficult to differentiate it with any stock standard virus, but that history of travel / contact with a potential patient with coronavirus is the only differentiating factor.
People arriving in the country through all ports of entry will soon be required to complete supplementary arrival cards in an effort to keep out the 2019 novel coronavirus. An arrival health declaration form will allow health officials stationed at our ports of entry to closely monitor inbound travelers and the history of their travel to check for potential exposure to the virus. The Health Ministry says all travelers arriving on flights from Hong Kong and Singapore will undergo additional health screening. The ministry adds, under the Fijian legislation, airlines and vessels are required to report any ill passengers prior to disembarking.
The measures that we put in place are precautionary measures. Even the symptoms of headache is not similar to the symptoms that's being said worldwide in terms of coronavirus. But we're just being extra careful in making sure that we have them under quarantine.
The Chinese embassy in Suva has reacted to Samoa rejecting entry of 6 people from China who did not have a medical certificate. The 6 were turned away from our pier earlier this week as Samoa has restricted access for Chinese nationals who may be infected with or are carriers of the coronavirus. Ambassador to Fiji Gyanbo says this may have been a premature move by the Samoan government.
Perhaps we need to balance the benefit and cost. That is, not everybody who have no medical proof is problematic. Is a person of suspected case, and so 6 nationals of China, they are rejected entering the Samoa, simply because they don't have the medical certificate, and that this is not fully justified.
The Director of Public Prosecutions has sanctioned charges against a former executive of Fijian Holdings Limited, who is now in custody at the Criminal Investigations Department headquarters in Suva. Chief of Intelligence and Investigations, ACP Mbiu Matabo, confirms the accused is charged with 3 counts of indecent assault. For the first 2 counts of indecent assault, it is alleged that he committed the offence on 2 separate occasions in the months of June and September last year. The 3rd count of indecent assault is in relation to the 2nd complainant. It is alleged that he committed the offence in May 2019. The hearing for the appeal case filed by New Zealand-based lawyer Rajendra Chaudhry will be held in March. Chaudhry has appeared against his imprisonment sentence. Chaudhry was sentenced to 15 months imprisonment and also ordered to pay a fine of $50,000 by the Civil High Court in Suva for making comments against the judiciary on social media. Chaudhry was found guilty of contempt of court in April last year and was sentenced in May. The Attorney General's office has made an application for the order to stay pending appeal in the High Court. The matter has been adjourned to March 23rd. A comprehensive upgrade to the immigration system was launched in September last year. Permanent Secretary for Immigration Yogesh Karan says with the introduction of the e-passport, security measures, surveillance and monitoring was stepped up. As part of the overall review, there are plans to further improve the services given the progressive technological advancements the department is making with an automated self-service border control system.
Our plan is really, because next phase we want to go is smart gates, and right now we are reviewing our the policy department in Prime Minister's office is reviewing the entire process of visas and the policies, so expect some changes in regulation on that as well.
In ensuring its activities are visible to the public, the Fiji Geospatial Information Management Council has launched a new website. Lands Minister Ashnil Sudhakar says the new website will give another dimension to the work carried out by the council. With the council also having their meeting in Suva today, Sudhakar says more collaboration is needed to enhance the coordination and collation of geospatial information.
I appreciate the benefits of using geospatial information for the execution of service delivery in my ministry and how it has improved the way decisions are made to better the lives of our citizens. The launch of the council website is an excellent way to make use of the technology available to further the prominence of the activities of the council.
Data information sharing will be vital through the new website, and relevant agencies will centralize information of our land, underground and ocean territory. Adherence to quality service provision is no longer an option but a requirement for all government ministries. This was stressed by Employment Minister Parveen Kumar while launching the ministry's call centre toll-free line and customer charter in Suva this morning. Kumar says customer service is essential in sustaining and driving continuous growth of Fiji's economy.
This new initiative will enable the ministry to improve its customer relations in the service delivery to you, as we have committed in our customer charter. This achievement will greatly contribute in terms of process and enhancing the ministry's role in employment.
Coming up, Fiji can still do it, says Ryan. And still no coach for REWA. Stay with us.
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.
Fiji have the players and personnel to get the side back on track in the World Rugby Sevens series. This is according to the man that guided Fiji to win its first Olympic gold medal in Rio, Brazil in 2016. Ben Ryan says Fiji was exposed in a few critical areas in the Hamilton Sevens last weekend, but they can fix it.
Obviously, Argentina had a very good aerial kicking game that they absolutely got perfectly right against Fiji, so the opposition will be looking at that as a possible blueprint, and it's then up to the players and coaches to make sure that if a team does try to apply that type of game to Fiji, that they can deal with it, and they have the personnel and the players to do that, so I don't think any of the fans should be getting overly concerned.
The REWA football team will be going into their Vodafone Premier League match against Ba without a coach. Senior players like Tevita Warnivalu and Simeone Tamanisau, who are back with the Delta Tigers, will be leading the team into this weekend's clash. Former REWA player Peter Rambo led the team last season when they finished second last on the VPL points table after winning only 3 out of the 10 matches. REWA football will make an announcement on the new coach soon. The Delta Tigers host defending champions Ba at 3 p.m. this Sunday at Nosori's Ratuvakumbau Park. Roger Federer has pulled off one of his memorable performances to make the Australian Open semi-finals rather. The 20-time Grand Slam champion has saved 7 match points in a thrilling clash with American Tennyson Gran.
The man on the right is tennis, the other guy is just called tennis, with a Y. Well, why indeed didn't Tennis Sandgren win? The American took the second set.
You've got to give Tennis Sandgren a lot of credit there.
And the third?
Correlation audible obscenity warning, Mr. Federer.
Yes, him, Roger Federer, had sworn on court.
Can't repeat that, Roger. No, I heard it
The lines judge knew what she'd heard, whatever language it was in. Well, Federer needed treatment and Sandgren's calf muscle was hurt accidentally by a low-flying ball girl.
Oh, my.
Here's the real pain. 7 times in the fourth set, Sandgren had match point. 7 beautiful opportunities. Could he take any of them? No.
Still alive.
Tie break to Federer. Melbourne witnessing just another once-in-a-lifetime match from the great man. The fifth was a 6-3 formality. Federer said he was lucky to beat this opponent.
That's why I feel a bit bad, you know, in a way, because I didn't feel like he did anything really wrong. You know, it's just luck at some point, and I've been on the other side as well. So these ones just sting and they hurt, and I don't know. If you could obviously play them again, you would play them differently.
Yet another semi-final.
You'd say Federer was pushed to the limit, if he had a limit.
A weak trough of low pressure lies slow moving over eastern parts of Fiji. Cloudy periods with some showers are expected over Lau and Lomaiviti Group and the eastern parts of Viti Levu. Outlook for tomorrow, it will be another hot day. And that is your FBC News Now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.